joining us now is a witness that we have just gotten in, Greg Mackay. The train derailed moments before he would have driven under that Interstate 5 bridge. Ed, you're with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Tell me, if you could, what you saw.
To begin with, I thought it was odd as I was traveling that stretch of highway to see the passenger train on that track. I've been traveling that highway for a couple of years, never seen that, so that caught my attention. Further down the highway, we all had to go to a complete stop. And so anytime you have to come to a complete stop and try to avoid people on the highway from a collision, you look up to see what's going on, and to everybody's surprise, I'm sure, we looked up to see the train in the condition, it is, which is one of them hanging off, another one on the highway, cars that were traveling to wherever they were going, south side 5, being impacted by that train car coming off, and just unreal.
Eyewitness Greg Mackay with us now. He was on Interstate 5. And Greg, you're describing what you could see in terms of the train, but for the very first time, for the Sheriff's Department spokesperson, we got to hear what it was like actually on the ground. What was it like?
After I think people realized what happened, lots of people in their cars got out to rush and see what they could do, if they could help. We are just, that location is just south of Joint Base Lewis McChord, and there were several military personnel that were probably coming off of shift or just getting done with their physical activity in the morning, who ran there and wanted to help immediately. So although it was super tragic, it was a little bit of pride seeing those folks trying to help immediately.
And you could see them, they were on foot? People were kind of walking in between. I'm trying to kind of understand the scene, because the Sheriff's Department was saying that you had semi-truck trailers upside down. I mean, this was a horrific scene.
Yeah, so, as soon as we all stopped, you can imagine, we had to stop so fast that people were darting to the emergency sides of the highway so we didn't run into one another. As soon as we stopped, and we're all stuck now because of the traffic, people are getting out of their cars to look. As soon as you look and you see, people are running in between cars, and they're going to see what they can help. A lot of those military personnel folk came back, and they asked for anybody who had first aid kits or clothing or towels or anything that could help to aid those folks down there. And so everybody, we were looking around our cars and trying to find things to help best we could.
And, it sounds like you guys were, almost put into the position of being there first. We say first responders, but you're getting out of your car. People are there on the ground as this is happening. What were the sounds that you were hearing? Sometimes were people asking for help? Because we're getting reports that people were trying to get out of those cars.
It was very eerily silent, to be honest. I don't remember a whole lot of noises or people saying anything. I think in an occasion like that, when you're looking up and you see a train off of a train track coming down onto a highway, people are definitely shocked. Like I said, the folks coming back obviously asked for first aid kits and things, but I didn't see anybody in the train cars. From my view, I didn't see anybody injured on the ground per se from where I was standing. And like I said, it was probably more eerily quiet than you would imagine.
Yeah, we're looking at some scenes right now, live, a much closer vantage point of the crush of train cars as they came off that bridge. If people are just looking now, they can see the paint that we've heard officials describing, where they mark a car and then move on to the next one. So we now have a close enough live shot to be able to see the cars that they have already gone through. We're told that they will leave the people who did not survive this on the trains while they completely get everybody off. And we know from the Pierce County Sheriff's Department that they feel they have gotten people out of the train cars. They mark them with this paint that you see to the right of your screen, just above the flashing light, and then they move on. Our Greg Mackay was there. And Greg, we are certainly thankful that you were safe and that others got out of their cars, their vehicles. You mentioned Joint Base Lewis McChord and some of our servicemen and women coming to the scene because it's nearby. We appreciate those details, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you.